I am following up on my previous video about Sandy, Utah, and what I assume is a connection with Sandy, Utah and myeloproliferative neoplasms and things, the leukemias associated with that. So I recently put out a video where I was freaking out, like, oh my gosh, this is like mind-blowing, you know, like, did I go down this crazy rabbit hole of all this information of myeloproliferative neoplasms, Polycythemia Vera, essential thrombocythemia, and myelofibrosis, and the leukemias associated with them in this small, teeny tiny, walkable, very walkable area in Sandy, Utah. And so I actually, I made a quick video and I put it out, and I don't always put my videos on the Facebook groups. Actually, I don't more than I do. I just think if people want to see me, they'll come watch me, and that's great. And hopefully subscribe. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. It makes a difference. And then, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you that another time. Anyhow, so I don't usually post on those pages, but this I thought I had. So what I did is I posted on a few. I didn't post on all of them actually, but enough where I think people, you know, if you know, you'll see. And I got some responses. One wonderful woman, she actually wrote to someone in particular, and she said, hey, didn't you grow up in Sandy, or you lived there or something? He wrote back, and he also said that, yeah, he did exercise in the Gully. And, oh, I have the name for the Gully. It is Dimple Dell Park, or Dimple Dell. Ta-da! And there's actually a huge campaign to keep it wild, like all these amazing things. And to follow up on that, when I talked to my family member who told me, yeah, they used to have things where people would dump stuff, not technically a landfill. So I got that wrong. But people, I guess locals would just be like dumping stuff. I don't know. So not landfill, but it did get me on a good path to look at things. So let me quickly go back. So someone from one of the groups asked someone else, hey, didn't you live there? Yes, they did. They would go running there. Then I had a couple other people write to me, and they were added to the map. Of course, I asked, you know, can I put you on the map? I'm not giving distinct house addresses because seriously, you know, like this is whatever. Two people worked at Southtown Mall, which is right at the end there. And I got as much information as I could that I felt was necessary. I actually found out I did need some more information, so I will review and ask people more information about it. I am not a scientist by any means. I am a mom with Polycythemia Vera, having my own struggles, trying to do. I have PV. I am trying my best. I don't feel well 97% of the time, and I'm really trying to be like fake it till you make it and feel really good. So please bear with me when I'm doing this. I'm asking for help. I'm saying I know pretty much nothing about all of this. It just seems very unlikely to be a coincidence. It has blown up even more. So one thing that happened is an old neighbor also wrote to me. Now, I already knew about my one neighbor. I didn't know what type of leukemia he had. So I did look it up. It is actually totally associated with PV, Polycythemia Vera. That I think I've talked about him before, gently, of course. When I talked about the reason I wanted to donate bone marrow in the first place is when I found out he had leukemia. It broke my heart. So I heard from my neighbor. I also reached out to some people locally and said, hey, can you give me a little more information? I am going to let you know that the count now, when I first did this video, I think it's like 3 weeks ago, maybe that, I don't know. Within just a couple days, I had like 5 of us, right? And then it went to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so there's 10 or 11 or 12. Now there's 2 people, or a couple people actually. One was in Hill Air Force Base, which, whoa, there's a lot of stuff there. That's like a can of worms, really. Also, one I didn't put on the map because I didn't have more of a pinpoint within the street location. And Also, oh, I can't recall the other. I'll find out. Anyhow, so there are more people added to the map. It's a very curious map. These things, I need help. I need a scientist. I reached out to the Utah Physicians for Environmental, I don't know, I will look it up. 1 second. Utah Physicians for a Healthy Environment. And I heard back from one saying he was going to send it to someone, and I haven't heard back. I'm going to kind of reach out. We need to find someone who has more information. There are statistics that I don't know. A lot of the people, most of the people that had this association don't live in Sandy anymore. I mean, I'm in Pennsylvania right now. I'm moving again, you know, so like we all have different locations, so it'd be hard to do a survey of just current residents. Also, I mean, some people have passed away, and we need someone who could look at that. And I'm not saying that this is going to change my situation whatsoever. It's not. But I don't believe in misery loves company. I believe misery loves to help other people to get this a better world. A quick side note. You can take the girl out of Utah, but you can't take Utah out of the girl. One of the songs that I teach my son is How You Ever Gonna Know by Garth Brooks. And I love that song. We listen to it every single day, multiple times. And this is one reason why I do what I do. I am trying to raise awareness. I'm trying to make a difference, trying to help others, because this probably won't do much for me, because even if they find the source, I'm where I'm at. I've had a lot of issues already where there's a lot of damage. But why not try and help others? Why not try and make this a better world? So anyhow, I hope that we can all reach out and help one another. Please help me with any information. I'm serious, like we need help. On my last video, someone was like, I want more facts. And I was like, me too. I would love more facts. I would love more information. I am dust on a grain of sand in this world and trying to do my best. So I really hope that we can somehow pull together. If you have any information, please help me out. If you lived in Sandy, and you have an MPN or anything leukemia related that would be related to that, maybe give me your information. I think it's like when you lived there, how old you are, when you were diagnosed, and I think that was it. I can't recall. And what diagnosis you have. Those were some of the things I needed to get, and I didn't get it from everyone. Anyhow, this is my quick update. I am really trying. I'm going to try and reach out to more companies. I have been looking at the EPA websites, and holy moly, it is crazy. And like the super funds, and there's like some So on the maps that I've looked up for the area, I will post this for sure. You'll see that there was like a Superfund site here, a Superfund site here. Here's the Gully. Here's also like something where it can kind of run down. There is also, I have to point that out, there was a case by one of the PV members who, right, just like maybe a street or two away, there was a whole, little, a 3-people cluster, but nonetheless with a rare brain tumors. This is huge. Please help me out and give me some feedback on what I can do. I'm doing my best. So there are definitely different clusters of things out there. I would love to have some information. I'm thinking it's possibly a bunch of junk and toxicities that were in the area at a certain time, and they're now just starting to develop. Some people got a really strong dose, some didn't. I don't know, or however our bodies react. But let's do what we can to help the future. Thanks.